Hey everyone, John Raridan here for Nintendo World Report TV. Monster Hunter Stories, the Pokemon-inspired Monster Hunter spin-off originally released for the Nintendo 3DS, has made its way to Nintendo Switch. So today we're going to take a quick look at the technical side of this new version of the game. Frame rate, resolution, and of course a quick comparison with the 3DS original. If you're looking for a more traditional review, you can find that at nintendoworldreport.com. Now, Monster Hunter Stories on Switch is by no means a remake. This is a very straightforward, light-touch remaster of the original 3DS version. While texture work has been cleaned up and the whole game looks very sharp, we're ultimately looking at a very similar suite of assets as compared to the 3DS original. Characters tend to look pretty great, a testament to the original art design. Now and then you'll notice a spot where geometry has been slightly increased, but environments definitely show the constraints of their intended platform. Once again though, the game looks very sharp, with materials updated to match the new resolution. When playing docked, you're getting a full 1080p, and handheld you get the Switch screen's native 720p. No anti-aliasing in either configuration, which does stand out when playing docked. This is a sharp but very raw-looking game as a result. Still, it's a far cry from the original 240p of the 3DS, and a huge upgrade by any metric. Actual performance is where things get a little more complicated. The Switch version runs with an uncapped frame rate. That means that in theory, you could be hitting 60 FPS, but in my testing, I never found that to actually be the case. Rather, Monster Hunter Stories tends to land at about 40 to 45 frames per second. Now keep in mind the Switch doesn't support variable refresh rate or 120Hz output, so 40 FPS in this case is just gonna feel very rough. When playing, I almost felt like my character was continuously speeding up and slowing down as frames landed with odd, uneven timing. The frame rate can drop significantly below that as well, though in my testing it always landed north of 30 FPS, which makes the decision to not simply include a 30 FPS cap kinda frustrating. This is increasingly par for the course for Capcom, who do this quite often, such as earlier this year in Dragon's Dogma 2. In that game's case, it did eventually get a post-launch frame rate cap, but even then, the frame pacing was uneven and didn't wind up being much of an improvement. Which was a shame, because other than that, fantastic game. As for direct graphical comparisons with the 3DS version, not a whole lot is changing. You do get new voice acting of variable quality, but the core game remains very similar to the original. Though you do get improved draw distances on some dynamic objects such as NPCs, as you can see in this opening section of the town. In the original version, this NPC transitions between his full model, a low-lod sort of silhouette appearance, and then just simply not existing. In the Switch version, I was never able to move far enough away to get him to disappear, so I assume he just sorta doesn't. The resolution boost really lets that original art shine, which I'll maintain has held up fantastically with some light updates to textures. But the frame rate is going to be a deal breaker for some. The constant, inconsistent frame pacing is going to lead to headaches for many, and it feels like either the resolution or frame rate needed to give here, but instead Capcom pushed for both. My ideal scenario for an update would be a 30 FPS capped resolution mode, or a dynamic resolution 60 FPS mode. Right now, we're stuck in the middle. But that's all I've got for this quick technical look. Once again, if you would like a full review for Monster Hunter Stories, check out nintendoworldreport.com. If you've got any questions for me about this, you can feel free to reach out on your social media platform of choice using the handle on screen. And if you'd like to chat with us about this or anything else Nintendo related, you can join our Discord using the link in the description. Once again, my name's John Raridan, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. This video was made possible by our generous supporters on Patreon. Did you know that Nintendo World Report is funded directly by fans like you? When you support Nintendo World Report on Patreon, you get immediate access to multiple exclusive podcasts every month, exclusive Discord channels, an early look at select content, and more. All for as little as $1 a month. Check out patreon.com/NWR for all the details.